respect for life of all statures, proper safeguard of women and children, morality and truth are some of the ethical practices associated with the martial art tradition. Oja Ningthaukhongjam Khelchandra explains the use of different parts of Thangsang, short, Chungoi, burglar, and Firep, stance. Oza Sinam Devabarta explains that Ta, spear. Ta is a weapon used by the people of Manipur since antiquity. Ta can be advantageously used in thrusting man and animal alike with either end. Ta Khausaba was compulsorily performed on the occasion of Kwak Tanba festival in the month of Mera, the English month of October. Sajel Kanglon exercises in order to develop balance, flexibility, agility, endurance, and coordination. The mastery of these exercises enables the practitioner to be completely aware of the inner realities of physical and mental self and encourages him to achieve self-confidence.
Laina sabi lasnana kusai taralun yarna pisi nata sri piri laga kuyan si suta bagu ngau khada.
Since the dawn of our civilization, light of the life splashed over within the flow of riverine culture. One has to travel back along the banks of a river to trace a civilization. The banks of Tungabhadra River are also punctuated with traces of the bygone era. Cruising along the river, one discovers the great seat of the Hampi civilization, which scaled its excellence in multiple endeavors from aesthetics to governance. The ruins of Hampi encompasses some 25 square kilometers, which denotes a time where even excellence excelled. The Hampi site is studded with stone boulders with a hemming of green, which conjures up the lost memory of time. Yet it never demonstrates an uncared vision of a vandalized past. In Hampi, mythology and history thrive together. As they say, Hanuman got birth here. The mythological sacredness is extended in historical temples, where traditional belief systems are preserved even today. Hampi remains a unique example of history being rebuilt with the help of travelogues. From the folklorist point of view, Hampi also remains the famous Kishkinda, as even today monkeys are worshipped here. The aesthetic carvings in the granite stone, to the many phases of iconographic projections, still speak volumes. The bazaar of Hampi, though provides a barren look, yet it quickly provokes an imagination when people thrived to do serious trading of their time. Lord Virupaksha is the only living deity of Hampi, which blessed the royal sustenance then and still blesses people now. Within the spread of stones and ruins lies the Mahanomi Dibba. This massive basement is also called the Sera Dibba, as this was the venue of the great Navratri celebrations during the Vijayanagar Empire. Unique carvings on the granite not only show the aesthetics of a very high technical order, but also showcases the lifestyle of people with special references of the Dashera festival. Incidentally, the spirit survives till date in the famous Dashera festival of Mysore. Excavation in Hampi remains a constant process. According to satellite images, the unexcavated parts of Hampi would perhaps cover some 100 square kilometers, and what we see today is just the tip of the iceberg. While exploring Hampi, one comes across huge elephant stables with big arches. The Queen's Bath is amongst some of the prominent referral points of the Indo-Sarsanic style.
Since prehistoric times, masks or false faces have been used for a variety of purposes, both religious and profane. Whereas in some civilizations, masks play an important part in ritual activities, there are, however, regions of the world where the use of masks have never been known. A mask has also been used to make fantasy possible, and through the mask, man can feel his existence in supernatural areas and imagine himself face to face with the world of fantasies. The way to create a world of make-believe is perhaps to revert to childhood delight and thereby reducing the stress of adult life, which is full of stress and anxiety. Mimicking different persons helps reduce stress. Masks facilitate a person to change his identity and thus are helpful in breaking the monotony of life.
ভাবে পরম সহ্যহারী ভূয়াশ্রয়
নিদিতে আমাৰো সন্দেহ হয়
নয় নাহি
আহে সত্ৰাজিত তুহু সূৰ্যকৰ আধি শ্যামন্ত মণিক পাৱলি
নহি নহি আমি কদাপি উহিমনি তুহাক নাহি দেৱপু
হে দাদা আমাৰো এক অভিলাষ আছয় হামু মৃগয়া কৰিতে অৰণ্য চলবু
In Bhavna, generally masks that cover the head and the face are used. But in many performances, elaborate life-size effigies are indispensable, particularly in the Ravan Badh Bhavna and in the Syamanta Haran.
Nanunsana Kamimi Uriba, Nabuna Kuruma, Uibala, Nanamna de Yami, Namina de Suiluina, Kali, Lainin, Dovina, Kulin, Tetuda, Yellow Pemba Sirina, Sana Ilum, Uba Mariba, we don't think Basirina, Lupa Ilum, Uba Amatu, Maali Villa, Simuna, Gimilian, Gable, Chatway, Louis, and Nike, the Batavian, and Pay Lady, the Bar.
The Lai Haraba is traditionally celebrated in the month of Kalen, April-May, and lasts for 7, 9, 13 days or more at a stretch. Now, the Maibas and Maibis place the layoms on the mouth of the holy pitcher, the Ishaipu, with the ends of the hiris, the sacred threads, passing through the consecrated water. The Maiba holds the far end of the hiri with 9 strands and brings it to touch the navel of the male deity, while the Maibi holds the far end of the hiri with 7 strands and brings it to touch the navel of the female deity. With this, the deities are given life and soul. The Ihaifus are placed on both sides of the altar. While the Lai Harauba ritual is over, the festival is not complete without a sequence of indigenous games.
Nanunsana Kamimi Uriba, Nabuna Kuruma, Uibala, Nanamna de Yami, Namina de Suiluina, Kali, Lainin, Dovina, Kulin, Tetuda, Yellow Pemba Sirina, Sana Ilum, Uba Mariba, we don't think Basirina, Lupa Ilum, Uba Amatu.
Shravanabelagura remains a historical punctuation dating back to the 3rd century BC. Here one finds the world-famous 58.8 feet tall Gomateshwara statue scaling the horizons, apart from many Jain shrines. Out of the single stone mountain, this heritage site was carved out by expert sculptors. This sacred hill of the Vindhyagiri evokes much of the spiritual aspiration encoded in the Jain philosophy and revered worldwide. The IGNCA's camera team has documented this great Jain heritage site of Shravanabelagura by encountering many ethos of sacrifice, ahimsa, and finally, moksha. These are silently studded on those monuments and inspire people even today.
Gayinda sundu jalabahudandam